And Nueces County health professionals say they are preparing to receive the first doses of that vaccine as early as this Monday, December 14th. Mariah Gallegos reports on what's expected to happen once that vaccine arrives.
This is the first step towards ending the pandemic.
Dr. Salim Sarani works in the ICU of Christus Spawn Shoreline.
Almost 20 to 25% of our providers were getting COVID, and they have to be either hospitalized or put in isolation at home. That was the biggest challenge.
He says healthcare workers like himself are eager to receive the vaccine as the FDA gets closer to authorizing the Pfizer vaccine for distribution.
To know that we're actually just one step away now from final authorization means everything to us.
Nueces County Judge Barbara Canales says they've been preparing for the FDA Advisory Board to give its recommendation of approval.
This was the most important step.
Now they're counting down the days to receive the first batch of the nearly 6,000 vaccine doses allocated for Nueces County.
We'll be distributing those vaccines to those frontline healthcare workers and to assisted living centers for their residents, and then first responders, and then we'll get to the rest of the population.
Canales says while the rest of the community continues waiting for more doses to become available, they must continue following all safety precautions.
We need to do everything we can to stay vigilant so that we can continue with our prevention measures, so that way this vaccine does its maximum good.
Mariah Gallegos, 3 News.